Hey guys, welcome back to the Justfly channel. My name is Jane, I'm the host of this channel, and today Microsoft Flight Simulator's team took over to Twitch last couple of days ago to present their first developer stream of the year. There was also a special guest, which was Chris Burton from Working Title, also joined the team as well over the 2-hour presentation, more focusing on the feedback snapshots that were taken obviously from developers that could really provide a lot more detail into how the team are managing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020's long list of to-dos. Anyway, let's get in straight with the rest of this video because I've taken up way too much time on this intro. Before you do that, make sure you like and subscribe, and also comment down below if you guys are actually enjoying Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and if you're excited for any of these updates that's coming out. Anyway, let's get straight with it. Starting off, York began the stream with a moment of reflection and confirmed that they have set a monthly actual user record, which is also known as an MAU, with millions of users using the flight simulator. They were pleased with how many people are enjoying the career mode, and they are seeking a trend of people using it more than free flight currently. York also says that they have seen something like 1.4 million people now using the flight simulator. When Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 launched, it was met with a whole bunch of issues that probably you guys had your eyes on and then kind of moved away from it, came back to 2020, and then started moving back into 2024's one slowly. Microsoft did acknowledge and apologize for it. They haven't stopped there, trying their hardest to make things right moving forward. In the introspection, they have had many meetings around the CDN and server issues, and also they are pretty confident that there is a solution moving on forward, not just for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, but for future titles generally speaking, not in flight simulation related. The second part of this was how many bugs are impacting the user experience. Yor gave some numbers to highlight the community that were always on the ongoing effort of pre-launch to release this in a greater state. Over 32,000 bugs were fixed and over 50,000 were being filed or being completed by just over 90 people. Of the number that they have now left, that number is getting way more smaller now. Speaking about how the team will deal with these things again in future titles or in future games, York said, "I've thought a lot about it, and at some point in the future, years from now, we're going to make another. We want to avoid this from ever happening again." He continued to state that the answer is pretty simple. We'll never be shipping something again without a proper beta period. He said that they would need to do proper alpha testing for a couple of months and a proper beta for again another couple of months, a fining phase for a month, and spending around about a year in that state. With then tens of thousands of people supporting the team, they will be able to get things under control for the future of the sim. But for right now, they are getting feedback from around about 2,000 participants in the open beta phase. They wanted to release it earlier, but they realized that the feedback first and foremost is important to ensure that a bigger rollout doesn't present the same issues experienced before. Jorg said that whilst the rollout may be slower, but the stability of the updates will be much higher, building a solid foundation moving forward. In terms of the release notes, Jorg wanted to point out that not every bug fix or change makes the release notes. This is just because of a vast size of the team and also multiple people working on different things and also different sections of the sim. But he wanted to reassure that the community that they are reading everything, making notes and fixing things as fast as they can, including those things that are not specifically mentioned inside of the release notes. He concluded his introspective by stating that he and the team are 100% focused on making Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 a very great experience. Just like with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, they are using feedback snapshots to obviously help prioritize things.
EWK on the track.
Now, talking about the feedback snapshots and other things like that, for around about the next hour or so of that live stream, the team gave detailed answers and expectations on lifetime bugs currently impacting Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and a feedback snapshot. The top 50 items were discussed and given explanations on how they happened and how they have been fixed and when to expect them. Now, the top 50 items were discussed and given explanations on how they happened and how they have been fixed and when to expect them. Now, in general, the top 25 or so are either to be set to be fixed within Sim Update 1 in a in-progress stage for Sim Update 2. The next 25, which is numbers 26 to 50, is a similar in store with more fixes found in Sim Update 2, with a handful of those reported still underneath investigation. Now, if you want to jump into more specific bug discussions points, I will leave the link in the description for Smothery var 665 on Microsoft Flight Simulations forums, put together a great timeline of discussion points as well that you could see in the link in the description, and I'll leave that there for you. As for the partner teams, which is Orbex, AnyBuilds, Gaia, and so much other people, they are working just as hard on reporting and fixing bugs for sceneries and airports. No specifics were mentioned, but just note that they are active as Asobo and Microsoft in addressing concerns and issues. Similarly, the team answered a range of pre-streamed questions submitted by the community from around about 72 minutes in. They discussed mainly plans for VR improvements, memory optimization for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, news on the Rano and Red Bull racing aircrafts, also DLSS 4, which is also for their multi-gen, rolling cache, ATC, and so much more. Now, for VR users, expect majority of your issues to be resolved within Sim Update 2 and not Sim Update 1. As for general performance issues during the RAM and VRAM usage, Sebastian said plenty of optimizations are happening to reduce the footprint of aircrafts. Sim Update 1 should see some improvements and more will continue to roll out over time. In the future, we expect the ability to download aircrafts and sceneries to our local disk, see improvements over the helicopter dynamics, and also general fixes to aircrafts as well, both via the core Sim update and also a server-side update as well. DLSS 4 is due to come out natively with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and Sim Update 2, so hopefully we see that very, very soon. Now, you're confirmed that the team will be releasing 4 big updates coming out soon, which is also Sim updates within the year. They feel this is a good rhythm and balance of ensuring that things are fixed timely, but also allow time to develop and test for the community. Sim Update 1 will not be the biggest update overall for the year, but will have a fair size according to the team. As for Sim Update 2 though, they are aiming to release it by the ending of April 2025. In more exciting news and tease, Microsoft confirmed they intend on attending Flight Sim Expo 2025, and Sim Update 3 will be a playable gift to those in attendance. Now, Microsoft is keen to ensure that the in-sim marketplace launches with a very good user experience, described as a extremely complex component of the title. They want to make sure that the third-party developers and users have a trouble-free experience as possible. Whilst they are not 100% confirmed on the exact date, they are aiming for February the 18th of 2025 for the release of the in-sim marketplace. There are bug bashing and getting things in place, but there is a large effort to get things right all at once. The message from the stream is about fixing what is currently inside the sim, not adding any sort of new features and functionalities. That said, the team is consistently listening to requests and wishes from the community, but they want to see what would happen next, and obviously they will start adding things in the near future. Team briefly updated the community on World Update, which will be Brazil and has been sat on whilst they await the launch of the marketplace. The current plan is to release this by March the 11th, 2025, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that does come out by then. Now, the last and final part of the stream gave us a brief look at the roadmap for 2025. That has been changed quite a lot since the last time that we saw them, and has also had a revamp and new focus on ensuring that bugs are worked on and are fixed. Example given is how World Update 19, which is Brazil, has been shifted, meaning that another planned World Update has been shifted into 2026. It will still come, but just further down the line. Now, in March 2025, we do expect to see the release of Local Legend 20, which is supposed to be Cap 4. Now, speaking on Local Legends, Jorg said that there may be more variants of what they may see be released, or how closely related to world updates or city updates they are. It all depends on what makes sense, especially as they look at regions of worlds that may never have any aircraft manufacturers. Now, famous Flyer 11, which is the Cessna 185F, also has a brand new trailer and will be available when Sim Update 1 releases. As a reminder, this is a part of the Make Good Aircrafts that Microsoft has promised as a way to give back to the community following the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, so this will be a free update. Finally, there are a few more surprises throughout the whole entire year, but Microsoft Flight Simulator did not say anything about those at this present moment. And that wraps up the whole entire of the key points from the stream, but obviously there is so much other things that was said. Bear in mind, this was like a 2-hour live stream just cut down into probably an 18 minutes video, so I'll leave the main live stream in the link in the description because they have posted it on YouTube for the people that haven't watched it just yet. And that is it for today's video. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it, and as always, this has been your boy Jay, and I hope to see you guys in another video. And as always, happy flying.